I'm just recording it now. It's CorgiSpace. I'm back with more CorgiSpace. There have actually been more games added since the last time I played. There were only 16 last time, and now there are 19, and I haven't even played all 16 yet. Well, hang on. Mole is playable on its own in browser. Oh, so the on the dev's website, atomatomic.itch.io/mole dash isn't the character mole dash mole. You too can play Mole. And out of the games I've played thus far, Mole is one of my favorites. So for now, we have Dust Bunny. In Dust Bunny, you are a little bunny with a big job. Sweep up the dust. Am I getting paid for it? I mean, I'm adorable. That's pretty good payment already. I like that font. All right, let's see. I can move. Pressing A does that, and B also does that. Voo. Okay, I did it. I step on the dust to pick it up. Okay, now what's this? Oh, it's stuck to me. Okay. Oh, this resets. I see. Oh, interesting. So if this is stuck to me, I can't get through there. How do I maneuver around it without? I guess I don't. I go through like this. There we go. Okay. I'm a very sticky bunny. Should I be cleaning if I myself am not clean because I'm all sticky? I mean, I get sticky enough at my day job working in a coffee shop. Oh, I've donked it up. I've donked it up. I shouldn't get that one right away, should I? Because if I do, then I can't fit in these spaces here. You always wanted a Roomba, but now you want a bunny Roomba. You know, me too, kind of. Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. Thoughtlessly wandered into it. Whoops. I like the concept of having a Roomba. It seems like an appealing device to use. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm just thoughtlessly bumbling into the walls. I feel like, though, my living space as it currently is not... I don't want to say it's not tidy enough to utilize a Roomba. It's kind of not tidy enough to utilize a Roomba, but also, would a Roomba work well in an environment if one is in possession of a house cat? I feel like that may cause some difficulties. At least if you are like me and you have a house cat that is fond of bapping things. Not that I'm calling Onyx out or anything. He's a very sweet boy, but he's a very playful boy too. You built your mom a tiny house with 3 cats. Roomba's no problem. That's good to know. The cats don't try and fight the Roomba now, do they? That's my concern with Onyx. I don't want him to break it. If he fought the Roomba, I have no doubt he would win. What have I done? I've screwed it up again. This one is going to require me to visualize how I can move forward without getting wedged. Oh boy. Is this okay? Let's find out. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Oh, is this little one gonna be a problem? No, it's fine. Okay. I like the thought of a cat sitting on the Roomba and going places. That would be very cute. I don't know if Onyx would be the type to sit neatly on the Roomba and go places. He has places to be, things to bap. Your cat ignores your Roomba. She's so chill. Pigeon is so chill. Still a fantastic name for a cat, by the way. Whoosh. Roomba jousting. Put the cat on there and give them a lance. So wait, is Onyx going to joust me? I guess if you have more than one cat and more than one Roomba, you could have them joust together. But if it's just me and Onyx, I guess Onyx has no opponent. Oh, right. Okay, that's single width. So maybe what I should do is go around first. I'm genuinely impressed that the dev has been able to create so many different unique gameplay experiences in such a simple engine. And they're so thoughtfully designed, and there is many cute creatures as well. No, I've caused problems. I've caused problems. He's invented so many ways to get wedged. Yes. Truly a visionary of getting wedged in spaces. This okay, this is fine, I think. But then I have to come back around for this piece, and then that's a problem because then I wouldn't be able to get down if I what if even Dracula gets wedged. It's true, Dracula is not immune to being wedged. I don't know what it is about holding images in my brain, but it's not even an attention span thing. It's just the way I visualize things. I can't hold an image in my brain. So trying to hold the image of this bunny with its cotton balls stuck to it, and like, okay, how many cotton balls and what configuration can I afford to get stuck to this creature before I become irrevocably wedged? It's hard to keep that idea in my brain. Does that make sense? Okay, up here. And then up here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Did it. I don't like that there's only one dust cluster. Disquieting. It's fine. Ripula. That's what you do to get Dracula unwedged. You have to rip him out of there. I mean, you know, he's an immortal vampire. It's fine if you tear it a little bit. Okay, let's see. Might as well just pick a direction and go. Okay, there we go. Nope, I screwed up. I screwed up because of this little hole down here. This little hole. Huh. Oh, I have to get one stuck beneath me, and then I can shove it in the little hole. I see. No, I didn't screw up. I didn't have faith. I just saw it and neglected to remember that no, these little cotton balls stuck to me, to my sticky bunny body, can fit in here. Boof. There we go. Fitting things neatly into other things. Oh, there's so many levels in this. Do you see it at the very top? That bar up there? The body horror of being mostly wedged, partially ripped for centuries, slowly growing back. I feel like that sounds like a familiar conceit somehow. Like I've encountered it in some form of some immortal being stuck in some hideous shape forever. Well, not forever, until they can grow back, but I can't think of the context. Not Prometheus, no. Not the liver eternally being eaten. I can't think of it like a creature being torn asunder and then threatening revenge. Like, you know, when I reform, I'm coming for you. You know, I never signed up for Dracula Daily. I kept forgetting it existed. I'm still kind of disappointed in myself for that. I'm a cube. Oh, oh no. No. My cube was subpar. Oh no. A lot of Egyptian gods got dismembered and walked it off. That sounds right in the sense that it sounds familiar. I mean, I can't say if whether or not they deserved it. Hello, Taito and Adora and Nox. Anyone else I've neglected to say hello to? How is Dragon Quest 3? Dorakore Suri. I don't know if they say 3 or san. I'm trying to think if I know anything about Dragon Quest 3, and I am blanking. Hmm. Yeah, I've caused problems again. Dragon Quest 2 was the first one that involved a party system, if I'm not misremembering, that allowed multiple characters in your party. Although I don't think you had direct control over them. I think in Dragon Quest 4, I know you didn't have control over your party AI, at least in the original. I don't know about any later iterations of it. There we oh, no, there we don't go. That doesn't work either. What have I done? Oh, the Titans from Greek myth too, being torn asunder and then thrown in a Tartarus. But there's something specific, but I can't think of what it is. I'm thinking about what to do about this last bit here. Oh, you can control your party members in 3. What version of 3 are you playing? I guess is a better question to ask. Tartarus sauce. Jolene tricked you into a nap. Uh-oh. That happened with me over the weekend. Didn't mean to, but unfortunately, Onyx is very soft and very cuddly when he wants to be. I still feel like I'm just irrevocably screwing this up. Yeah, I don't. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Okay. Ugh. I don't know if I'm gonna beat all of these levels because there's a lot. I'll probably swap games, but I like this one too. Oh, the mobile port. Mostly the same as the original, but with some quality of life changes. Was it... What Dragon Quest? I can't think of it now. Was it 3 that recently got another remake that came out not too long ago? I can't think of what Dragon Quest it was, even though it like just came out. With it had a kind of like a toy-like look almost to the characters. I didn't mean to stick on that. Oh well. Oh well. That was 8. Okay, thank you. Yep, that was a mess. But I remember reading about it that if you want to call them quality of life features in that newer remake, do a lot to eliminate a lot of the challenge in the game. Did I screw this up? Kinda, yeah, I sure did. Did a lot to eliminate the challenge in the game, because there's a lot less resource management. I read about it in more depth some time ago, so I'm going to get some things wrong. Forgive me, but hang on. Can I get through like this? Yeah, okay. Things like I don't believe you have to spend MP to use spells to return you to town, that sort of thing. So there's less resource management in dungeons and whatnot, thinking, do I use my magic to um, you'll fight more monsters or heal my party, or do I use it to escape with what I have? That kind of thing. I'm not explaining this well at all. Oh, this level is intimidating. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like all these blobs of cotton. Anyway, I'm sure that's a good feature if one wants to focus more on the story. Particularly as I know the Dragon Quest series can be rather grindy. Particularly the earlier titles. I don't know how early you would consider 8 at this point. But it does feel like if you get rid of the resource management, then you are losing a lot of the friction that might push you forward in the game. Is that making sense? I don't know. What am I saying anymore? This is fine, right? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, it was 7. Okay, thank you. The 3 HD remake is also recent. That came out in 2024. Really? So soon. What? All these remakes. People more eloquent than I have spoken more thoughtfully on why do we need so many remakes, reboot, remake. I think I've screwed this up. Yeah, I've screwed this up. Oh. Agony. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I know in Japan, like, copyright law is stricter than it is in the West. And emulation is a particularly dicey subject. So in Japan in particular, oh heck, now I've done it. I think it's important to have original games available for more modern players. And I wish maybe we got more ports of things rather than these endless remakes and reboots. Yeah, a simple re-release I think would be nice. Or maybe say a re-release that has you can have your fancy HD remake, but maybe also a re-release that's I think I screwed this up again. A re-release that say heck has the original version of the game in there if you wanted to play it. Which I think would be keen. So that way, if a player wanted those, I screwed it up again, one of those modern quality of life improvements, they can play the game like that. But also, if you just want to experience the original, it is there for you. Yeah, that's what's really frustrating is that, they have presumably the ability to do this, but they don't. And I can't speculate why. Whether it's for business reasons or, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, if I were in charge, I'd be like, yeah, heck yeah, of course, re-release it. Let's let people replay these beloved classics. I screwed it up again. Why? I need to think about how I'm organizing these bunnies instead of just doing the same thing every time. It is nice that you can play Ace Attorney on a lot of things now, but yeah, the fonts, but you know what? And maybe this doesn't apply so much for the newer games, but the older Ace Attorney games that are originally on the Game Boy Advance, I don't like the HD sprites of them, if you want to call it that. Just something about the way they're rendered and colored, just very stiff in a way that I don't find personally appealing. But that said, I'm very happy that the Ace Attorney games are there for people to play them. Okay, what I think I need to do is I need to get this piece. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I I move a space thoughtlessly and go, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh. Yeah, a toggle for the old sprites and the chunky font. Oh man, Square's mobile ports. Now, I've not personally played a Squeenix mobile port, but boy, I've heard, well, heard stories, I've seen pictures of them. Yeah, that's no bueno, that's no bueno. That's terrible. Yeah, why can't Chrono Trigger have an actual re-release with that hideous phone AI, UI, I should say? Every time I've seen pictures of a Square game getting re-released, whether it be on mobile or Steam, or some other platform, it just, the UI looks awful. Like, well, it's great that, you know, we have easier access to games like Final Fantasy VI, since they're not on like NSO. I mean, if you have the SNES Classic, that's great, but if you don't, well, um, I screwed it up. Why do I keep doing the same thing? It's agony, agony. Maybe I should swap games. Let's read the dev notes. The kernel for Dust Bunny was another notice thing. The vacuum got stuck under some furniture in the living room, and the puzzling nature of that situation was intriguing. It's both straightforward and non-linear. Easy to understand, but not always easy to do. I liked how, no matter how I moved the vacuum around, the goal was always the same: get it clean. And I could do that in any order. I grilled my family again, and again Becca had just the thing right away: Dust Bunny. With a funny name and main character set, I just had to decide on what rule to follow or break. For this one, it was no smart stuff. Levels must be simple, even if some solutions are a little sly. The core game design ended up being under 100 lines of code, a sure sign that nothing smart had snuck in. Only 100 or under 100 lines of code. It makes it, load secret, makes it a lot less intimidating. Oh no, the Space Corgi again. We've already done this. Beep boop. I had to make sure it wasn't a different secret game. The Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster does let you toggle back to classic UI. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, I'm reading back on chat. Yeah, I am. Well, I mean, I'm streaming, but sailing the seven seas is an excellent solution if certain things are not made readily available. Like there's an audience who will pay money for it. I mean, no, within reason. Is that a crying dino? It's crying because a beloved game was finally given a re-release, but it's you know, like $70 or something. Why can't we all follow in Metroid Prime Remaster's example? I mean, not just in pricing, but in being as quality as Metroid Prime Remastered. In Dinosaur, there are dinosaurs, and, well, you have to, you know, sort them out. What an intriguing description. The Crinosaur. There's a surprising amount of difficulty involved with porting stuff, as far as you know. Emulation can require custom solutions for each release. I wouldn't be surprised, and I do think doing that sort of extra polish is worth it. Infinite. Niche 1 of 26. Okay, hang on. Let me finish this thought. I think it's worth trying to engineer a solution, especially so maybe you could add certain quality of life features, or maybe fix up issues that the original release had that weren't able to be addressed at the time. Like a custom, I guess, software, if you want to call it that, for emulation would be useful for that. But I'm not really keen on these, well, I'm thinking of Square's ports specifically with those hideous fonts and questionable UI decisions. Anyway, Stegosaurus avoids other Stegosaurs, always hungry for cicads? Is that how you assume the plants? Is that how you say it? All right, let's see. I can move this. Ancient fern-like plant. Okay, and then my button does this. Okay, so I just have to make them all happy. Oh, is this like a logic puzzle game? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no, what have I done? Original freeware version of La Mulana does not work properly in modern hardware. I still don't know what my Mario Kart would be, but I feel like it would have some sort of wing design on it. That's as far as my brain would got or has gotten. Or it would just be a tiny version of the Onion delivery car because I'm terrible. Anyway, Brachiosaurus, they do travel in herds. So do I have to make them all? I see. Okay, I got to make them all join up together. What we got? Tyrannosaurus avoids other Tyrannosaurus, always hungry for prey. Now, how can I make them all happy? And I can't move them past the ferns. Okay. Tyrannosaurus gets their lunch. It's like a revolving sushi bar. Sorry. Sorry. Ooh. Okay. So maybe I need to, let's see. Scoot, 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 scoot. I need a stegosaur by the plant. And then a tyrannosaur by the stegosaur. Yeah. Uh-oh, don't tell me about those retro handheld consoles. That's dangerous. I mean, what I really want is I want a new, not a capital N new, but a new 3DS. I have my old one, my original, like first gen 3DS. After my 3DS XL, the hinge broke, and then I transferred all my data back to my original 3DS. But I missed the bigger screen, and also it's not modded or anything. And there's so many games I would like to play. Anyway, what's this? Velociraptor, always hungry for prey, uses cycads for ambushes. I wish I knew how to say that. Okay. Oh, what a cute pink. These are dedicated to you next. You know, until the meteor obliterates them. Ooh. Oh yeah, sorry, it's a personal specialized Android device. It's not an emulation device. Forgive me. Okay, let's see. I gotta make all of these unsociable stegosaurs happy. I mean, not that I blame them. I too am not the most sociable. Here we go. Scoot, 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 scoot. There we go. There we go. Ew. Some weird decisions with some ports, remasters, and remakes. Some of it's focus group weirdness, some of it's trying to appeal to more modern audiences, some of it's being different purely to justify it being a new release. I mean, at least they're trying. Oh, hang on. Galininus? Galinin. I hope I'm saying that right. Ugh. Always travels in herds, always avoid predators. Okay. No, do not eat. Do not eat. I am thinking about something I read about Hideo Kojima making Death Stranding 2, and he realized that it wasn't polarizing enough with test audiences, that they liked it too much. And he thought, no, this will not stand, and adjusted it to be more polarizing. Now that I respect. I don't want milquetoast art. I want art that's not afraid to say something, that has vision behind it. Okay, hang on. I gotta get these Galinius. Eh. 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 Why is this gallinaneous? Oh, I guess because they need to be in a straight line. They can't be adjacent. So it doesn't count as a herd unless... Okay, no, these can be adjacent. But these need to be... No, not in a straight line. Okay, there we go. Hmm. Is it because the T-Rex is... Maybe it is because the T-Rex is there. Like Galileo, but Gallimimus? Thank you. If I don't... Gallimimus, thank you. It looks like an N, not an M. Your art needs to make someone annoyed. Yeah, that's how you do it. Because you don't want to make something that's, you know, has this bland mass market appeal. You need to make art that's for you, with stuff that appeals to you in it. That's the best kind of art. There we go. Like, and I mention this not only because I think it's relevant, but I also know that you are someone who likewise is familiar with Deadly Premonition. Like, that game, stuff made by Swery in general, are very, I think, singular projects made specifically to his vision. And because of it, they're polarizing and maybe a little clunky in parts, but they're unique and memorable. And you can really feel the creator's touch, I guess, come through. And I like that. That's good art. Anyway, what is this? Compsognathus? Now that I realize what an M and an N is in this font. You knew all about Gallimimus from 3D Dinosaur Hunter. Cool. It does look like a Pokemon name, doesn't it? It's what the well, I was gonna say Galarian Mr. Mime, but we have Mr. Rhyme. Now wait, try to avoid predators or hide by cycad patches. Okay. I can't really move much here, can I? Why there we go. It's like, why Velociraptor still sad? Compsognathus. Thank you. I didn't know that Path of Exile had a monster of a skill tree. I've never heard anyone bring up the skill tree. Now that's interesting. I wish people told me about stuff like that when they would tell me about the games they're playing. Because I love hearing about game mechanics. I need to get this fellow by... No, I don't need to get them by a bush. They just need to not be next to a T-Rex. There we go. I guess they're not looking. Well, no, it's by the cycad. It's by the fern. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna really quickly look up what a cycad actually looks like. Like, the whole stream is gonna crash now while I look up this plant. Oh. Oh, and they're still extant, huh? Interesting. That's cool. Okay, had to get that out of my system. I had to look at the cool plant. Does a bow that works best from close-up make sense? No. Does it exist in dead cells and become your favorite bow? Oh yeah, never be bland. That sounds fun, honestly. Okay, I need to get this Stegosaurus over here. I'm gonna move you. There you go. Woo. Okay. And then you need to be on the other side. Let's see. Can I scoot you out of the way? Cycads are plant you see in dinosaur time stuff. I'm almost disappointed in myself that I don't know very much about like ancient flora and fauna. But when I was little, it was all about the reptiles rather than the plants themselves. Didn't even consider the plants. Oh boy, there's so many creatures now. Okay. Socially awkward Stegosaurus. Okay, and then we have Gallimimus. I really want to call it Gallimimus, knowing those are M's now. Gallimimus. Okay, and now you need prey. But you are also socially awkward and you don't want to be around other tyrannosaurs. Fair enough. Hmm. Where can I put you? There we go. I'm fascinated by these dinosaurs I'm learning about, but I'm entirely too intimidated to try saying their names out loud. Also, when I read compies are from the Jurassic, I thought you meant, no, compy is in the sort of computer that Strongbad used. Gee, Strongbad, how are you typing in prehistoric times? Dinosaur egg. Eggs are safest when no other dinos are around. No stomping, no stepping on the egg. Okay, I need to get the eggs in corners. For some reason, I was like, what do I do? Thinking I can't move the egg. They're so fragile. But no, I can move egg. I'm allowed to move egg. There we go. No, the egg. My omelets. Okay, now I have to rescue these eggs again. Let's see. Let's get this one out of the corner here. What to do? Heg moment achieved. The most memorable bit from Hattie time is just Heg. I mean the seals generally. Oh, so close, but Where do I move creature to make room for egg? We need a compilation of all the first egg moments. But that would require watching my old VODs. Every time I think to myself, maybe I should try making a compilation or something. That would be interesting. Then I realize I would have to go back and watch me. Just break one of the egg, yeah. Just step on one, it's fine. You don't need them all. I mean, they're all going to break when the meteor descends anyway. Less egg, less problem. You know, it was really the high cholesterols that killed the dinosaur. Sorry, high cholesterol that killed the dinosaurs, not the high cholesterols killed singular dinosaur. They killed Big Dino. If I move the eggs to the top here. You're all in my way. Oh. This feels a little bit like playing a sliding tile puzzle, except I don't hate it. There's still egg. At least one dinosaur died to too much cholesterol. If only we had that medical data. I feel like this one must have a very specific solution. Where can I put these eggs where the dinosaurs will not molest them? Maybe all in like the left side here. Socially awkward Stegosaurus who died of high cholesterol is the saddest yet most wholesome guy. There we go. All right. I don't know if a verbal trigger would work for calming my VODs. I don't feel like I speak consistently enough. I mean, not to mention, sometimes it's egg and sometimes it's heg, thanks to Hattie Time. I think eggs themselves were a recurring thing for some reason, even before Hattie Time. But particularly after Hattie Time with the seals. Oh, okay, I need to... It's a T-Rex without lunch, and that's so sad. Oh, that's right, they don't like being next to one another. Why are you all so awkward? Just get over it. Where can I put these brachiosaurs so everybody's happy? There we go. Everybody's happy. And now they're gone. This game feels like it's just learning how to maximize surface area of dinos, and I like it. This combination of dinos were impossible, incidentally. Galleys are from the Cretaceous, so compies were long gone. Oh. I mean, they're long gone because I dropped meteors on them all. Of course. Okay. You gotta be by the ferns. And then maybe egg I need to put up here. And then I need to move you because you're socially awkward. There we go. I concur. This creator is fantastic at puzzle design with constraints. I need to look into other things that he's made. It's a very thoughtfully designed package of games, and I love thoughtful game design. You know me, or, you know, if you don't know me, well, now you will know me. I very much enjoy game design and thinking entirely too hard about game design. Okay, I need... There we go, okay. Stegos too were from the Jurassic period. They dealt with allosaurs, not T-Rexes. I wonder how much things like Jurassic Park have skewed, I guess, public, not opinion, I guess maybe just knowledge of dinosaurs. But then maybe how many kids saw Jurassic Park and thought, this is the greatest thing ever, I need to get into paleontology. I mean, there's some cool dinosaur museums in the province where I live. Maybe that's why little me grew a fondness for dinosaurs. Being able to see the remnants of them and to appreciate them on that kind of scale. Oh, there's still a little Gala. I still want to call it Gallimimus. No, Mimus. Sorry, Gallimimus, even though it's Gallimimus. My brain doesn't want to call them the correct name. Is the point? Okay, get in there. Get in your little corner. Then I'm not gonna have enough room for these stegosaurs, am I? Actually, maybe I would. Racing game, but creature collection. Oh, that's fascinating. Racking your brain and all you've got is unlocking cars by chasing them down like the egg guy in Spyro. That's fascinating, though. What could you use to get creatures in a game like that? Maybe I don't know if you'd want to get into vehicular combat, like Twisted Metal, or even something like uh, Taito Chase HQ, which is an older arcade game where you stop perps by driving into them with your car. That still doesn't work though. I need I feel like maybe I need to do something with these corners. And no, the plants cannot be moved. They are stuck in the ground. No repotting plants. But even if we could, I wouldn't take hints. Yeah, Taito Chase HQ. No relation to the Taito here, as far as I know. Oh, I almost have it. Hint, move the dinosaurs. Oh, and then when you say I almost have it, I get psyched out. I'm like, oh great, what have I done? No gardening, only hurting. Are you sure you don't mean only hurting? I'm very good at that. Maybe what I need to do is get... Scoot these friends a little more. I need more real estate for my stegosaurs. My socially awkward stegosaurs. I need to get good. I need to get my brain to focus, but well, that's not happening anytime soon. The deep hurting. I'm well versed in the deep hurting. I'm feeling the deep hurting right now. Get in there. Get in there. Why do I feel like I almost have it and then I don't? I need to move these guys a little more. I've successfully moved everything 180 degrees. That's right. Rotate the dinosaurs. A burnout mechanic in an elimination style race could work too. Yeah, I think rather than focusing on weapon power-ups, you gotta have the driving feel good first and foremost. Because that's, I mean, if that's your central mechanic, it's gotta be the most fun, right? Imagine a driving game that didn't feel good to drive in. Ugh. Why am I not getting this one? I need just one more space around here for my socially awkward stegosaurs. But then, can I do two separate? No, I can. This whole time I was thinking I had to have the Gallimimuses all connected to one another in a big line, and that's why I was stuck thinking, where do I put my stegosaurs? No, I don't have to put all of the Gallimimuses together. They can be separate if they want to be. I can have two Gallimimus gangs. No, I actually just have to make the gangs happen. Oh, no. They can dance if they want to. They don't, but they could. Somehow that song did not take off. I feel like I almost have it. I almost have it. Just this, the Gallimimus gang. I need to get the Gallimimus gang back together. Okay. There we go. Gallimimus gang, rise up and down. Driving exploration, vehicular rays. What if I could blow things up in Easy Delivery Company? Maybe that's why there were no cars on the road in Easy Delivery Company. Someone else got to them first. We got the gang back together. Just in time to be obliterated. Okay, so I need to get these stegosaurs on all 4 sides of this cycad. I need to give it a cuter name. Okay, now we have egg. Pull down egg. There we go. Phew. Okay, let's see. Need to get the velociraptors food. Not enough food for everyone. At least they're all dying happy. Oh, sorry, dinosaurs. Golly, there's only 2 compies. Well, 2 herds of compies and all these hungry velociraptors. It is very kind of the meteor to wait until I've found a solution, isn't it? I appreciate that the apocalypse holds its tongue. That's stays its hand. There we go. I got my body parts mixed up. Dinosaurs were split into 2 distinct groups, or hang on, Ornithischians, is that how you say it? And Saurians. I'm definitely pronouncing those wrong, but that's how we learn. We make mistakes and go from there. That's what I tell myself to save myself from the incredible embarrassment of it all. Maybe I need to get a compy herd in here somewhere. It's awkward maneuvering. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay. If I put a velociraptor down there and like a compy above it, I don't think it would count, but... Oh, did I say those right? Outstanding. Astonishing. Okay. That doesn't work. I have so many hungry mouths to feed. Okay, I mean, that works. So I can just do the reverse over here. Yeah, there we go. Ornithischians were hadrosaurs, stegosaurs, ankylosaurs, and such like that. So I'm trying to think of what they would have in common. Like bony protrusions, maybe? Saurians are where theropods are found. T-Rex, allosaurs, raptors, and sauropods like brachiosaurs. The cool ones. Are they not all cool? I think they're all pretty cool. But I like reptiles. I wonder if little me would be disappointed that I don't possess an encyclopedic knowledge of dinosaurs because it's been so long since I've done research on them. I wonder if I need to... No, I don't want to get an egg in a corner there. Okay, that can go there. Maybe I want to get a T-Rex in the bottom left here. There we go. Got to maximize my space. Oh, whoop. There we go. I got excited. Right? All dinosaurs might be cool, but some might be cooler than others. With apologies to George Orwell. I'm probably very low on the list of people who owe George Orwell an apology, I'm sure. You're excited to finally show your kids Land Before Time. They're finally at an age where they can almost sit for a whole movie. You know, that's exciting. Are you going to start with the original Land Before Time? Yep. I'm trying to remember all their names. I mean, there's Littlefoot and Ducky and Sarah And was Spike the stegosaur? I feel like I might be missing one. Am I missing one? Oh, this is an awkward. Okay, I need you to get in there. Why are the Gallimimus not happy? Why are you not happy, Gallimimus gang? Is it because there's a T-Rex threatening to eat you? I mean, I guess, yeah, I wouldn't be thrilled with that either. Yeah, I guess it's the, yeah, avoiding predators. Yeah, that's the problem. I want you up in the corner. Oh, Petrie, that's right. I forgot about Petrie. Sorry, Petrie. I knew there was another one. I couldn't think of it. I'm trying to think if I've seen any of the other Land Before Time movies beyond the first one. Because I've definitely seen the first one. You know, one of those animated movies for kids, all about the traumatic parental abandonment. Not just Disney trading in that, although it was a lot of Disney. I can't remember what studio did The Land Before Time, actually. More like George Orwell. Thank you. Let me take a second to posture check and hydrate before I continue to shuffle these dinosaurs. Ugh. The only one you remember is the one where they gotta bring the sharp-toothed baby back to their parents. Oh, I have seen that one. Is that the second one then? If it's the second one, I've seen at least two. Because the sharp tooth couldn't talk, right? The little baby sharp tooth. Land Before Time was distributed by Universal Pictures. I was trying to think if there was some like major director that helmed it, like Don Bluth or something, but definitely I don't think it was Don Bluth. Doesn't have that weird air of persistent yet subtle discomfort that Don Bluth movies tend to have. Was it Don Bluth? Maybe. Why do these Gallimimus have to be so aware of the Tyrannosaurus? Why can't the Tyrannosaurus simply have a nice little snack? Oh, Don Bluth did the first one. And you're pretty sure Spielberg was involved too. Maybe Spielberg's involvement is why it doesn't necessarily have that persistent feeling of discomfort that Don Bluth movies tend to have. I'm not really sure exactly what I mean by that. Only that my parents made fun of me so much for watching Rockadoodle a lot as a small child. Pew. If I grew up with them, I probably saw 1 and 2 and maybe 3 on TV. After that, it's pretty downhill from what you remember and mostly straight to video. How many did they make? I want to say they got to the double digits. Like there's a Land Before Time 11 out there. But then I think surely not double digits, right? I remember the Starleaf from the first one with Littlefoot's mom dying because we need the traumatic parental abandonment as every good children's film requires. There are 14? Oh, there's more than I thought there was. Holy moly. We're going to run out of dinosaurs. No, I know there are a great many dinosaurs that were extant at one point, but we're still going to run out of dinosaurs. Okay, so the raptors, because they can touch. I'll just space out my socially awkward stegosaurs with the raptors. There we go. There's no discomfort in Land Before Time. You say as a child becomes an orphan and all the little dinosaurs are terrified, but it's not the Don Bluth discomfort. You know what I mean? Core memory unlocked. You just remembered Rockadoodle. You had it on tape, but the tape was broken, so you only ever saw like the first 30 minutes. So not even before, or not even up to the, well, it must have been to the point where what's the kid's name? It'll come to me. It's on the tip of my tongue, but before he becomes an animated kitty cat. The first movie is no, it's not. No, it's not. What are you talking about? Lies, deceit, tricks. Also, a 26 episode TV series. The most recent Land Before Time released in 2016. Well, that's like last year. What? Before he becomes an animated kitty cat, a lot of things happen in Rockadoodle. That's all I could really say. A lot happens in Rockadoodle. I probably don't even remember a lot of some of the plot in the movie, because I was like 3, 4. It was before my brother was born. Bro, did you ever see Rockadoodle? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But you know, when you're a small child and you just kind of fixate on the same movie, it was like that. Phew. Not that you remember. Okay, good. You're not missing anything. But Edmund, I think that was his name. It starts off with, it's in live action at the beginning, and it starts off with a family at a farm, and there's some sort of big flood happening. And the whole story is that Chanticleer, the rooster, his name isn't Rockadoodle, his name is Chanticleer, always crows to make the sun rise, but one day he crowed and the sun, or no, I think the sun came out without him, and everyone was like, oh, this guy's a phony. We don't need this phony. Get out, phony. So he leaves the farm in dejection and dismay. And then it turns out, oh, actually, the sun left. It turns out we did need the rooster to wake up the sun, and now we're stuck in eternal night. And there's owls everywhere. And the owls are evil. Who voiced the boss owl? Why can't I think of the boss owl man? I feel like it was a fairly prolific actor. I don't know why the sun rose without him. They never explained that. The world building in Rockadoodle subpar. Anyway, it starts out live action with a family on a barn, and it's raining and flooding, and then I don't remember exactly what happens to their small son Edmund. I think maybe he gets like hit in the head or something, and then he wakes up and he's a cat. He's a dopey little kitty cat. I believe he also speaks with an obnoxious, childish lisp. Like, wow, I'm all foey. I'm all foey. Like that. Not to say that lisps are obnoxious. They're not. But you know what I mean? The childish Hollywood lisp. Anyway, I don't really remember much more than that, nor how they resolved the whole thing about him turning into a cat, but it was a movie. It was a time. Anyway, what am I doing? I need to get these Tyrannosaurs lunch. And, get these compies in the bush here. You remember the cat being toddler? Yeah! I just remember him saying, oh, I'm all foey. I remember Rover Dangerfield's. Fievel Goes West's The Great Mouse Detective, Little Nemo, Rescuers Down Under. Those are the 4 you watched about 1 billion times. And for you, you have made the brave little toaster a yearly tradition, much to your wife's tolerance. Aw, it's adorable. I mean, I hope she learns to love it. Unless she's like me, where I found the brave little toaster terrifying as a small child. I know I've spoken about this before, so forgive the redundancy. But it was one of those movies where seeing it as a small child, it spooked me so bad I didn't want to watch it again. And it was The Radiator. I've said this before. Apparently, there's a clown. There's like an evil clown that spooks everybody. I didn't even remember the clown. I saw a picture of it at one point, looking it up and going, I didn't remember that clown. The clown is nothing to me. But the angry radiator that like gets angry and explodes, couldn't do it. It's because the brave little toaster is terrifying as a child. The AC conspiracy theorying himself to death while shouting, "It's my function!" is a rite of passage. Somebody finally knows the scene. People are usually like, oh, the clown? Oh, it's not the clown. I should probably move these brachiosaurs. Does anyone else in chat, well, we're talking about childhood movies, were there movies that you either watched a lot as a small child and or terrified you as a small child and made you think, I'm never watching this again? Like We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. It was another one for me. Speaking of dinosaurs. Yeah, the brachiosaurs here aren't going to work. I need them spread out so I have more surface area for the T-Rexes. What I think I need is like some T-Rexes above and some below them. Good morning, brachiosaurs. Leo says hello. With compies above you, T-Rexes below. I don't really know how that song goes. I don't know how to sing it in tune because I don't know what the tune is. We're Back did have a gnarly ending. He didn't get just erased from existence. He got, well, not cannibalized, I guess, but he got eaten to death by crows. And they make the kids sign a contract in blood. When you're like, how old was I? Like kindergarten. Because I remember they put on that movie in kindergarten. Too scary. You watch Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron and The Road to El Dorado often growing up. I've never seen Spirit. I guess I missed out as I'm not a horse girl. I feel like I needed one more T-Rex below. I have the right idea. I just need to scoot one more down here. I think. Maybe? No. Never mind. Never mind. Everything is terrible. I ruined it. Oh, I've almost got it. I've almost got it. I almost had it, and then I ruined it. Hang on, maybe I need to put them back. I had it. You know, I completely forgot that you have from summon a spirit emote. That's oddly perfect. You're gonna have to tell her that you were able to use it in context. If you want to consider this context. The brachios, oh, they don't have to be in a line. That's right, it's that the galleys that need to be in a line, not the brachiosaurs. I'm forgetting the basic tenets of dinosaur sorting. But now, how to organize my brachies. My brackish water, my brackish sores. That doesn't sound good, actually. Brackish sores. It sounds like S-O-R-E-S. I don't want those. Nah. Thinking. Not thinking hard enough, evidently. I need more surface area for the T-Rexes. I was one step away, really. I'm sorry. That's why I fear playing puzzle games on stream, because it must be agony. I must attest that I do play them better when my brain is not going in 3 different directions. Me trying to focus on the game, me reading chat, me trying to think of how to respond to chat. Maybe even 4 different directions as I'm thinking about, you know, whatever else is percolating in the back of my head this whole time. I'd like to formally apologize to everyone, but especially Andorra. Hang on, I need to reading Spirit was the first movie you saw in theaters ever because you heard about the kiss in Spider-Man and thought that was stupid. Hell yeah. The upside down one, the infamous upside down one. See, I would also be put off by smooching, but if I were given the option, like little me, would you want to see a superhero movie? And now I'm saying superhero movie in the context of before the glut of Marvel everywhere. I would rather see that than a horse movie. And I am someone who likes animals a lot, but not animal movies. Okay, I'm going to put these back in a row. Because animal movies, I feel, tend to be too stressful. Do you know what I mean? There's always like traumatic animal death or something, and I can't deal. Also, I'm enjoying the phrase not emotionally stunted, but specifically emotionally diluted. I like that a lot. Maybe I need to work that into my personal lexicon. Emotional dilution. God, this is agony. This is agony. I feel like I'm making it worse somehow. An animal movie that traumatized you was The Secret of Nim. I saw that, I think maybe even only half of it forever ago when I was very small, and finding it just really creepy. I think even before the whole lab thing, just the beginning where it's Mrs. Brisby in the movie, but it's Mrs. Frisbee in the book, and they changed it for the movie because infringerinos, I guess they didn't want the Frisbee is there a Frisbee corporation they didn't want them to sue? Oh, you see the solution, and I ruined it again, didn't I? Again, I would like to formally apologize that I've been sorting these forever. Hang on, let me take a second and stretch. And then refocus, reorganize. Oh, it feels so weird getting up to stretch and there's no background music. Like I've left you in silence. But I can trust that my audience are the thoughtful sort that do not need the constant stimulation, the noise, apparently there's some, I don't know if you want to call it a trend exactly, but I've been told like there's a genre of video where there will be like multiple videos going on in one video, where there'll be like somebody playing Minecraft in the background or something while another video plays, because I don't know, people's attention spans have been completely destroyed. Unico, I've heard of Unico, like the movie, but never seen. Is there a reset button? Can I just... No, there isn't. We are just here. You need Subway Surfer going right now. Maximum Overdrive. That was based on a book series, wasn't it? I think. Ha! Why can't you just eat one another? Okay, wait. No. Oh, it's a single book, not a series. Oh. Yes. Yes, I did it. Freedom. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Maximum, what's it called? Maximum Ride? Is a YA series, which I've never read. I just know it exists. But then Maximum Overdrive. I guess because I saw Maximum Eyed in the context of seeing it as a child, my brain thought, oh, okay, the YA series. No, I guess something, if it's based on a Stephen King novel, yeah, probably not good for the small children. Also, I guess I did it. I mean, I assume Infinite's just a randomizer mode? Oh yeah. These rocks out of here. I'm not gonna do the randomizer mode, which is, oh, I quit I quit the game. Hang on. I quit CorgiSpace entirely. Oops. Good job. There we go. Hilarious. Stream's over. Oh, I was a big Artemis Fowl enjoyer. Baby's first villain protagonist. The best one is Eternity Code, the third one. But then the later books just disillusion me. I really don't like it when a character, especially this happened a lot in like the 9 to 12 era of books I'd read a lot of, would get older and then discover romance and what is this feeling, and I would be annoyed and disillusioned every time. Like, I don't want to read about this. I can't relate to this. Maximum Overdrive was the movie where oops, cars do a murder. Oh, sorry, the game notes. Sorry, Wizard's Folly has to wait. I have to read the game notes. I beat Dinosaur Sort too fast. Anyway, the touchstone for Dinosaur was Jurassic World Evolution and its ancient but powerful ancestor, Dinosaur Zookeeper. Has anyone played that? I mean, I'm not saying that in like, has anyone played that? I'm just curious if anyone here has. I have adored dinosaurs for my whole life, but never managed to make a game about them. It was time to do something about that. The Dinosaur Zoo sim combines two things I love. The first being dinosaurs, clearly, and the second being a kind of proximity-based needs net puzzle system. Dinosaur Zoo sims aren't the only games to explore this idea, but they are often memorable or maybe vibrant examples, because if their needs are not met, they can go on a rampage. It's funnier if they don't, though. And listen, we all know what happens to the dinosaurs eventually. They should have gone on a rampage. They didn't rampage. And now look, the meteor took them out. They didn't rage against the dying of the light. I've heard about the Artemis Fowl movie. I've never seen it. I've never even seen like screenshots, trailer, any footage. I don't think I want to see any footage from it. In Wizard's Folly, your magic can bring back the castles and the fungus. Do I trust the fungus? All right, what do I got? I got 1. Stage 1. Uh-oh, we doing some Tetris? Okay. Can I put it in this tower niche? No, it just falls. Okay. Oh, am I trying to rebuild the tower? Well, if I'm trying to rebuild the tower, I feel like I've already donked it up a little bit. Yep. So what if I... No, no, it's all wrong. You have to try again. This is a neat concept. I'm assuming I have to adhere to the gaps for the windows. What if there's nowhere I want to put it? Can I just dump it on the side? There we go. Minus 60 for fungus, minus 33 grace. I guess because I left some extra rocks sitting about. No, I definitely would not watch the Artemis Fowl movie. I think it would just depress me. I will go back and I will reread the books. And I will enjoy it that way. I wonder if these pieces you get are random. I didn't pay enough attention in the beginning. I think they are random. So you can't just do it all in a straight shot. The rocks are fungus. Why can't they be rocks covered in fungus? Hmm. I'm wondering, do I have to adhere to the windows? I guess we'll find out. I don't feel like I did a great job of this. Nope. Did not do a good job of this. Yeah, if this is Tetris, I wish I could pass you the controller. I've never been great at Tetris. Can I have a line? Can I have a line piece? Can I have a line? I know it doesn't work like that here. Well, if I could just get something I could shove in there. But I don't think it's happening. Nope. Nope, nope. A plague of mushrooms. Is this your doing? Did you call to them? Artemis Fowl is a 1.4 rating on Letterboxd. Google some screenshots of the movie. It's a good visual of a lot of things, but the parts that involve words of any kind are about as bad as they could possibly be. Ugh. How terrible is the mischaracterization? To me, part of the appeal of Artemis Fowl is that he was a villainous protagonist. Granted, with an environmentally friendly bent to it. That's going to fill the window. That's fine. Which I thought was interesting, that this child genius is doing crimes for selfish reasons, but also environmentally conscious ones. Oh, what did I do that for? Oh no. Oh, what have I done? Oh no. I can play Puyo. I'm not great at Puyo. I can play it. I know how to play it. How do I T-spin? Nope. I can't T-spin in there. Yeah, I too also knew it as Kirby's Avalanche and or Mean Bean Machine. Well, I've left a hole in there. They spread and spread and spread, changing, thriving on the ruins. You must be careful, measured, precise. Oh, thank you, Kopo. I'll say I'm passable at Puyo. I should be kind to myself and say I'm passable at it. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself because I've seen high-level Puyo play. And if you've ever watched high-level Puyo play, you start thinking, maybe I've never known how to play this game. How? Planning out all those chains and combos so meticulously. I don't want to put that there. Actually, I don't want to put that there. Oh, I don't have a good spot for this cube. Okay, there we go. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I wasn't, oh. I forgot when the bottom one hits. My brain sees the disconnected one and thinks it's like Puyo or Tetris where it'll drop. Doesn't drop. Nope. I've ruined it. You have trouble planning second floors and transitions in Puyo. Me too. It is not impossible, but it requires focus. Focus on the shape. Hang on, let me finish reading this. I assume this is from a review of Artemis Fowl. Ultimately, this is A Wrinkle in Time for boys. Incomprehensible Disney action sci-fi about a kid saving their hot dad. Equality is when boys get to suffer too. What? Bah? Invert spin. Oh, you can do that? Oh, and disable the flash. That's cool. Curb Avalanche did a good job of teaching the combo basic if you watch the computer while getting destroyed. I remember trying to do that, trying to mimic some of the strategies I would see the CPU use. Like Broomheader, I distinctively remember having an AI type where they would stack everything against the like the side, and then would wind up pulling off big combos that way. I thought, oh, if I can do that, I bet I could, if I mimic them, I can pull off the same treachery. And yet it never worked as well for me. Oh, this is an awkward, I don't know, I don't want to do anything with these awkward pieces. Also, hello, Boogie. Let's just put this here. There we go. This is an awkward shape and I don't want it. This is also an awkward shape and it's going to get stuck and I don't want it. Sure. Good enough. Minus 248. Oh, yeah. Sorry, is that 278? Even better, even better. Looks like a little space invader. Just a little guy. Okay, that was good. The others are never going to be that good. Oh, the center. Oh, no, I donked it up already. I got scared. Okay. Maybe I can salvage it. Maybe I can get something in there. We'll see. Also, going back to it, I never actually read the last Artemis Fowl book because the one before it irritated me so much because I felt like the character that I enjoyed wasn't really there anymore because it rankled me that they essentially made Artie soft. And again, the whole like, oh, what is this feeling thing? Like, I don't want to, heck. I don't want to read about that. Magic does not want to be controlled. It wants to flow. Shape the flow or else. This dialogue feels appropriate in that I just today finished reading A Wizard of Earthsea. And I've never read Earthsea or any work by, how do you say her name? Ursula K. Le Guin? Is that how you say it? Never heard it said out loud. I've never read her work before, although I've read excerpts of it. And every time I've read excerpts, I've always been taken by the prose. So I'm glad I finally got off my butt and read some, and I really enjoyed it. I don't tend to go for fantasy or high fantasy as a rule with wizards and... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. With wizards and dragons, etc. I find a lot of trappings of the genre tend to put me off. Like, say, there's too many proper nouns. I wish I could... Oh, I can reverse. Oh, wait, except that didn't really help me. Didn't really help me. Well, the fungus yet creeps. Is it your guilt? Your conscience? Is it hers? All of the above. All of the above. Watching me toss blocks into the ether is distressing. You wish Tetris let you toss blocks into the ether. Okay, that's better. And then it gives me a weird shape, and then my brain shuts down as I try and think, what am I doing with this? Sure. I don't like any of these options. I don't like any of these options. Into the ether with you. That certainly won't come back to bite me later. Okay, okay. What is this shape? Okay, there we go. I made my little space invader. Oh, hang on. There we go. You recommend the last book. You think it's Atlantis complex, and the crux is we need old heisty Artemis back. Oh, please. Please. Oh. Oh, interesting. I got 4. I'll take it. 4. Hey, but it's a positive number. 4 in the nephew zone. 4 nephews. You like how CorgiSpace oscillates between amazing puzzle game and Tetris, but not as good. You mean the cargo? I can't think of what it's called, but you know the one I mean. The cargo sorting one. Yeah, 4 is better than negative 248. Unless we're talking golf. Again, I don't really like these. I shouldn't be throwing so many pieces into the ether, but sometimes it's just, what do I do with this? This awkward shape. Sure. Get in there. Good enough. All right. That's so many birdies, right? Oh, -6. What is grace? I really wonder what grace has to do with. Boy, I had no idea. Or actually, I feel like I've heard of the Artemis twins, but was just so put off. I'm like, no, Owen Colfer, you've spoiled you've spoiled my, not my opinion, I guess, but you've spoiled my what is the word I want? Not my good nature. My patience? I don't know exactly. But I felt too let down. I mean, now you've got me intrigued, though, when they say bring back the old heisty Artemis, because that's what I want. That's what intrigued little Maury, was the criminal mastermind using his genius to pull off heists, while also being mindful of the environment. A lot of those books also made me think, boy, I'd really love to visit Ireland, because Owen Colfer makes it sound like a very beautiful place, which I've heard it is. That little gap there might be awkward. I'll figure something out. Probably. Maybe. I gotta remember I can fast drop. Mostly I need to remember so I don't do it by accident. Oh, here we go. Actually, no, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, heck. No, this is gonna get caught on something too. No, this every oh great. Well, now what? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Beansed it. Artemis but girl, and then we forget her existed. Come on. Oh, Owen Colfer, please. And I really liked his books when I was very little. When I first got into Artemis Fowl, I read his other books and I thought, oh, these are fun. I really enjoy them. And now looking back, well, there's still fondness. I still have fondness for bits and pieces, but I can see the weak spots in the prose. And I'm still let down. I don't want romance. Get out. I just want my criminal genius mastermind. Anyway, no matter. Knowing won't stop them, won't slow the spread of mediocre YA 9 to 12. That 9 to 12 was always my sweet spot for reading books or going to the bookstore or the library. The 9 to 12 section had the stuff that I tended to enjoy the most, rather than the young adult section, which tended to have a lot more characters going, what is this feeling, with romance and whatnot. Now, granted, that makes sense for a young adult audience, as probably a lot of teenagers are experiencing said emotions. But as I did not find it relatable, and in fact found it deeply frustrating. Little Miss Maury, the book snob. No, that's going to get stuck in a weird spot. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is fine. That's going to get stuck in a weird spot. Okay. Nope, that'll get stuck in a weird spot. Nope, that won't fit. I just need something that won't... No, overhang. Thank you. Okay, there we go. That's all I needed. Well, Demonland, see, that's intriguing. And also there's no judgment if one likes romance and is a sap. I don't think it's a bad thing inherently. It's just not for me in literature. And that always felt frustrating when a lot of characters seem to gravitate towards that as part of their arc. Which again makes sense considering the target audience. But it's not for me. Making me you're making me want to pull my Artemis Fowl books off my shelf, though. I will try again, mysterious disembodied voice. Although I do have to go to bed soon-ish, so I might try one more game rather than Wizard Tetris. Wait, no, what did I do that? I got scared. It just decided not to be cryptic anymore. Well, I assume because there's a limited amount of dialogue. I've looped. I've failed enough times that it's looped. Yeah, just do it again. Whatever. Wizard Contractor. I'm trying to think about what are some other books that I really liked when I was little, but Artemis Fowl was a big one. Baby's first villain protagonist. Minus 61, doing better. Kenneth's Folly, whomst is Kenneth? Oops. Sorry. I don't care about your folly, Kenneth. There's a lot of these levels. Okay, let's go back. I don't want to delete progress. Let's read the notes. I do like Ender's Game. I wouldn't say that's a 9 to 12 era book, though, or 9 to 12 age rating. I'm trying to think of that age rating specifically. I did really like Ender's Game, though. And yes, I know what a piece of work Orson Scott Card is now. But as a gifted kid who was very ostracized, particularly by my way of thinking, Ender's Game was like the first book I read that had a protagonist that made me go, I can relate to this. I can relate to some of this character's struggles. And that just the way you think is so different from your peers that you wind up alienating yourself. And it's hard to talk about because as soon as you talk about being a gifted kid feeling alienated from your peers by how you think, everybody rolls their eyes and go, oh, look, little Miss Smarty Pants poo-pooing her peers for not keeping up with her. No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. Anyway, when Dave Hoffman, Mixalunia, announced Falling Block Jam, I was really excited. Oh man, Keeper? Is that how you say it? Keeper Cargo? I'm trying to remember now after I was kindly told how you're actually supposed to say it. That was really fun to make, and I wanted to return to the scene of the crime. But where to start? Tetris is a perfect game, and the falling block genre seems like it is thoroughly explored. I started thinking about how in Tetris, making an overhang or a ledge is often undesirable. What if that was desirable instead? This led straight to the cover-up mechanic. Theming was tricky. The idea of ruins or rebuilding was pretty obvious, but overgrown buildings were visually messy and made no sense for scoring. Things finally began to click when I tried styling it in a dark fantasy way. I'd like to read a book about just being a contractor for the Wizards. Is Load Secret still? Yeah, okay. Had to make sure. Beep boo. Okay. I'm going to check out one more game, and then I must go to bed. That's true. In regular Tetris, overhangs are situational. That's how you get those sweet, sweet T-spins. Claire, did you also read Ender's Game and get the same impression? I'm shaking your hand. You too, Dawn? I'm shaking your hand too. Anyway, Play is a little kobold who needs to collect special ingredients for his big stew. That's so cute. Little kobold's big stew. Kawaii. One last thing. Little kobold's big stew takes about 45 minutes to play. Will not save my progress. Okay. We'll actually should table this one. No, we can't read the notes. We can't read the notes. Chasing down the wizard for money. Okay, got to remember to come back to this one. This because if it takes about 45 minutes, I do... looking at the time. You know what? Heck it, whatever. We're gonna do it. I've never seen the movie of Ender's Game. Did they cut out his siblings, Valentine and Peter? I had to think about it. This reminds you of Hey You Pikachu and trying to make this stew with Magnemite. Hey, I see what you're doing, Kobo. No, it's fine. I'm gonna beat it fast. Are you saying I need to be responsible? It's fine. Okay, look, let's just at least see how the game starts. Okay? I just want to see it, even if it doesn't save. They got Harrison Ford. Why did I think they got Harrison Ford to play Ender's siblings? Both of them. Oh, I have... What is this? Like a mop, a broom? Oh. Okay, let's see. Pressing A or B puts me back, so this must reset it. Yeah, Harrison Ford is Valentine. You get it. I can't... Can I push it into the green blobs to clean them? Yes. Okay. Can't move it into those though. So what I'm understanding is that this kobold needs to clean up their workspace. Okay, and I can only have one ingredient at a time. At least there's no microphone. And like Hey You Pikachu, where I have to tell Pikachu to give to Magnemite. Give Magnemite. Give the carrot to Magnemite, Pikachu. No, don't eat the carrot and then make a disgusted face because you think the carrot is gross. And I tried to poison you. No, you did that of your own volition. Okay, I'm actually gonna be good. I'll check out the game after it, and then bed. Harrison Ford's a little old for the part of Ender. Well, yeah, that's why he wasn't Ender. He was Ender's siblings. Super Dust Settlers. In Super Dust Settlers, you terraform a planet by playing and collecting resource cards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My brain gets a certain type of way with games like this. Okay, training. Plant vines to clear the ruins. 1 ruins left. Oh, there's a timer? What? Grow, collect, draft. I did it? Use water to make sand into soil. Okay. I see, and then I get those resource cards. And then I can plant them. And then I get water cards. I see. And then I want to... I can't plant there. Plant here. Is it bad that I drown the... Yeah, it's bad that I drown the ruins. Don't do that. Rapid fire terraforming. Ruins flooded, try again. Okay, but now I understand a little better. I should have done that actually further away. Hang on. Oops. These are interesting games because I should have done it further away again. I just wasn't thinking. Yep, I just... Oops. Oops. Didn't need that. I like the conceit of you don't really know what you're doing at first, so you kind of bumble around a bit until you understand the gameplay loop. It makes you think of UFO 50, and I like that. Okay, don't flood the ruins. I hate ruins. I got them covered in mushrooms, and now I've drowned them. The mushrooms will love it though. Use soil from ruins to grow more vines. Demanding all ruins be flooded. Like, flooded ruin zone would be a cool Sonic stage, though. Okay. More vines. Are these... What are these? Oh. What is... Oh, and what is this? Fire? Moon? What is this? Oh. Destruction. I see. I see. Okay. I assume then with these walls, if I put water down, the ruins won't flood? Maybe? Let's see. Yeah, okay. Learning. Slowly but surely, I think. What an interesting conceit. Okay, if I... That should be good, right? As long as I don't, like, flood them accidentally at the last moment. Kind of pleasing to look at. I don't know, this mixture of greenery and stonework. I've been playing Pocopia, so it just makes me think of more of that. Oh, I maybe shouldn't have done that. Oops, oops, oops. You hated resource managey games not having sandboxes as a kid. You want to make sand castles. I can only put these on dirt. On dirt, yeah, okay. I am enjoying Pokopia. It's very soothing, honestly. And it's nice getting to interact with Pokemon in a non-battle context. Oops, right. I'm doing things. Like for me, catching them all isn't really part of the appeal. I like the creatures. I like getting to befriend the creatures. Um, so, man, I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing anymore. Um, Pocopia's focus on that is appealing to me. I also think the storytelling is better than I was anticipating. I need more vines. Um, I'm not usually used to thinking of Pokemon as a series with a really strong narrative. Not like the narratives are bad, and there's definitely good ones, like especially the Mystery Dungeon games, I think have strong narratives. But the main games have always been a little lackluster in their narrative. But I've been surprised with Pocopia's writing and its tone. I don't want to get into it too much because I don't want to spoil things for anyone. Um, but it feels like it's laser targeted towards people who grew up with Gen 1. I'm spreading the ruins. I'm so sorry. I'm distracted right now. I did get Pocopia, yeah. I might have to just go to bed, honestly, because I can feel my brain checking out. I mean, I could definitely see Pocopia at least being like Mystery Dungeon in the sense that the writing is much stronger. I think I'm gonna flood the ruins. No, it's fine. But anyway, I've been like a lot of games. I've been enjoying Pocopia in my own little bubble. I haven't looked up anything on it. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't know what Pokemon are in it. I am just enjoying meeting all sorts of different creatures. Uh, shouldn't I have? Do I just need the? Yeah, there we go. I was like, do I have to do anything? There we go. As a building game, it's the most seamless between the progression and building. Dragon Quest Builders 2 by the same team being a close second. I've also heard people say like, hey, if Pocopia is too much, just play Dragon Quest Builders 2. There's a really beefy demo. I think I'm going to read the notes for this and then I should probably call it an evening because I can feel myself getting really tired. Even though I can feel myself wanting to continue, I did say I wasn't feeling 100% tonight and that I wouldn't be able to go as late as I wanted. And I feel like my brain is saying, Maury, be responsible. Look after your health. But let's read this first. As unlikely as it seems, Super Dust Settlers began as a spin-off of Lil Colboat's Big Stew. I was still thinking about the inventory changing as you play and how it was almost like an ecosystem, tiles withering or spreading depending on their surroundings. I thought it would be funny to approach it like a hardware generation sequel from the 90s, where it was barely connected to its supposed prequel. This game was fun for me to play almost right away, which is why I didn't give up on it even after it became clear that getting it playable by strangers would require dangerously long legs, which is, of course, the antithesis of CorgiSpace's design philosophy. I am very glad I completed it, but it was also interesting to see exactly where the far edge of CorgiSpace lies. AA. I also like Pokemon Arceus. Is it an unpopular opinion? See, this is why I play in my own little bubble. So I don't have to hear the unpopular opinions or the hot takes and I can just think teehee game fun. But yeah, I liked just interacting with and witnessing other Pokemon. That to me is the big appeal of the Pokemon world are the creatures And sure, I'll run around and I'll capture them, but it's not to make them into super powerful EV trained behemoths that I'm going to use competitively. I just like befriending all of these interesting creatures and giving them fun nicknames and going on adventures. That, for me, is the appeal. Yeah, maybe your friends need to have better taste. But I can see how it might be polarizing for one if they find it too jarring compared to the base, the mainstream, mainline Pokemon games. And I will say, with regards to Legends Arceus, I haven't played ZA yet because expensive, but I wish the worlds, the map itself wasn't so empty. And I feel like, in a similar sense, Breath of the Wild had this a little bit too, and it's why I'm not very keen on open world experiences because I love to explore, but if there aren't really interesting things to find by exploring, it kind of ruins the magic for me. If I spend a lot of time poking around in Legends, but when I realized I'm not really finding much of anything. Like maybe I'll find an interesting alpha Pokemon somewhere, but I'm not finding like interesting story tidbits or cool hidden items or whatever, or some other interesting set piece, and it kind of it I don't want to say ruins the magic, but hampers the appeal a little bit. That said, I did still like Legends, and I like the alpha Pokemon because there's something really funny about having like a mime junior that's as big as I am. Just get a Pokemon, but make it gigantic and angry. Yeah, Wind and Waves is looking really cool, and I like that. I've heard people say, looking at what's in the trailer, that it looks like to be based on maybe Southeast Asia, like maybe the Philippines, which would be really cool. I would love to explore a whole, well, an Ursat's other country through Pokemon. Although I'd still like a region based on Canada at some point too, but we'll see. Anyway, I should probably go to bed or otherwise look after myself. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for more CorgiSpace. It's so nice to chat with folks, even as I struggle to solve puzzles where my brain is being split in multiple directions. And nice to say hello, Lunar, as well. Someone else who has spent entirely too long thinking about the Artemis Fowl books and how they've felt betrayed, and yet there's still that hint of, you know, baby's first villain protagonist. I want him to do a heist kind of thing. Um, but yeah, thank you, folks. I will see you on Friday for more Mario. I really wanted to do something fun for April Fools tomorrow, but I've been so tired. Maybe I could make something happen, but don't count on it. But yeah, for now, stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and I will catch you next time. Oyasumi nasai.